my virtual machine only, because in my physical machine already it is Python is there. So I'm going to download a Python. So you can go to python.org download. So this is a 3.9.2 is there. Okay. So if you are using a Python, like if you are using a Windows 7, okay, then you have to download a old version of Python, like a 2.7. If you are using a Windows 8 or 10 or a Windows 7 Service Pack 2 or Service Pack 1, so then we can download. And Python is a open source, so no need to pay for anything. So bug fix things are showing. So this is a 9.2, right? So 3.9. So you can see here it is release download latest version, so Feb 19. Okay, so if you want to go with the older version also, you can go for it. Okay, you can directly download. So when you click on this one, it can be download like either Python, um, 32-bit or a 64-bit. But if you want to download a specific bit type, then you have to go for uh, downloads Windows. Okay, or maybe you can type Windows. So we are using a Windows, so then better you can go to Windows. So it is showing Python 3 release. Latest version is 3.9.2. It's a stable version only. We have to go always. This is unstable versions. So you can see here. So I'm going back once again. So when you go to the Python downloads, then you go to downloads, go to Windows. Don't download directly. Just you can see stable release. Download Windows embedded package like 64-bit. So cannot be used in Windows 7 or earlier. So we are using Windows 10, so no problem. You can download from here or you can download it from here. Windows installer. So Windows installer means MSA package is downloaded. So no problem. So you can use. I will use embed package. Then what will happen? See, sorry, this one 64-bit. I'm downloading. It's showing it's a zip file and it is 8 MB file. No, I don't want to download this one. So I'm cancel that one. I'm going to install this Windows installer 64-bit. Then it is .exe 27 MB. This is the correct one. So I download everything in downloads only, right? So download. So we need that one 27. Okay, so I'm downloading Windows installer 64. Okay, next download is Pycharm. So I'm using a Pycharm. So you can use any IDE. So uh, uh, including you can use your NetBeans, okay, Apache NetBeans or Eclipse. There also you can use Python IDE type. Okay, so you can IDE. So this PyCharm is most suggestible by a lot of people. Okay, most suggestible by lot of people, and also uh, I took Python. I purchased a Python course, but I never went to it. But we can learn the Python. Okay, so it is already downloaded. Of course, I'm going to download this PyCharm. Okay, so one of the other is Naveen Reddy. Okay, so you can go to YouTube and type Naveen Reddy, then you will get it. Okay, So he almost all executed everything in a, Pycharm only. Pycharm provide a pure environment for Python related things. So go to the Python Pycharm. In a download, always download a community only. Download only community only, pure Python development purposes. Okay, it's a free and open source. Professional is a free trial. It's a trial version. So we don't require trial version. We need a community version. So free version only. So download it. Okay. To work with the basic Python commands and all, Python is enough. So it will provide that environment. But if you want to do more programming, like without getting confused in a while creating classes or loops or functions, it is better in a, PyCharm. So it is showing like this one. So whenever I start teaching the Python, so then I practice only few commands, but lot of doubts I got it. So it is a size is around 380, sorry 348 MB. I didn't change the location, so no problem. Currently this is my Python. Let it download. It will take time. Meanwhile, I will copy my Python into my machine. So what happens? This entire system becomes slow. Is anybody given a message or what? Uh, the system is like, yes, Dushyant, it is okay. Like if you have a Python 3.6, is also okay. Like if you want to download latest version, also no problem. If you want to use your version, you can use it, no problem. But if you want to use Python latest version, also no problem. Okay. If you have a 2.7, then the commands little bit change is there. Okay. This is 3.9.2, 64-bit. It's not a big deal like you are using or not. Oh, so I copied into E drive. Yeah, here it is. I copied. Little bit wait, then it is why it is blinking. Yeah, too many download for things are open. Pycharm is also downloaded. So first I will install Python. Then I will install a Pycharm. Okay. So this is the Python. Without installing Python, don't install a Pycharm. And Pycharm is required. Pycharm is required also Java support in backend. Okay, to run that application. So this is I double click on Python thing. Okay, so it is showing like this. So compulsory select this option. See, add Python path. So automatically it will add to environmental variables. You can install directly like install now, or you can go to the customize installation also. You can choose locations and features, but directly click on install now only. It is by default installing in admin app data local programs like this. Okay, it is not installing in your C program files. It is installing in different locations. Okay, then you nothing to do anything, just a simple next. So anything if you want. let it install. Guys, people who are background is not not IT or CSC background, like a triple E, ENTC, mechanical, civil, anyone. So Python is a more preferable language because if you don't have any programming language experience, still you can learn the Python. And next, people who are belongs to CSC and IT. So what are the programming language you know earlier, like C, C++, Java, .NET kind of stuff? Still Python is preferable. Yeah, this is already downloaded. So I'm going to this location meanwhile. Okay. So Python is having its own benefits also there. So then you must learn the Python because Python is used for basic programming like a C and C++, object oriented programming, procedural oriented programming, and object oriented programming. Both programming it is supports, and Python can be integrated to any other program. So this is the Pycharm now here. So you have to minimize things. Okay, so Python, first of all, Python is a programming language and it is a procedural programming language and object oriented programming language. Java is a pure object oriented programming language. C++ is a object oriented programming language. C language is a functional programming language and procedural programming language. So .NET is a also object oriented programming language. Okay, so Python is functional, object oriented, and as well as a procedural oriented, means you can give a simple command to run it, so you don't require to create a class to write a program, like just like we seen in a Java. Okay, so why this is meaning added? So last time we seen some Java program also, right? Like this is a simple hello Java. Okay, you can see I have written so many things. So actually this is executing a line. So I want to execute a line. So this is simple system out print ln and welcome to Java. This is also executing this line. This what are the line I mentioned in this one. It executing that one means it is printing that one. That's it. But we have to add these things to execute this one. I have to define a class. Without defining a class, if we can't do it, we have to define a main method. So to execute these commands. So what happened here? It is because Java is object oriented. So then we have to compulsory say which one is an object and which one is a class, and in a class what are the methods and things. Okay, but Python is not required like that. Python is a very simplest language. Faster you can able to type, faster you can able to create. Okay, Python is used for a networking programming. Okay, network programming related one, ethical hacking related one. Okay, so normally ethical hackers use a different language, script languages like Perl or Ruby kind of stuff, but Python is become a latest one and we can use anywhere. It is like a Java. It is a um, platform independent. Just we need a Python environment to install. That's it. So Python, once you create a program, you can execute that program in any environment. What is platform independent means? Independent from operating system. They need only the runtime environment. Like a Java is a platform independent. How it is become platform independent? Because of once you written something in a Java program, then we need a JRE, Java runtime environment is required to run the Java program. Same thing like Python. If you install a Python in any language, you can any operating system, Windows, Linux, Mac. So just install a Python and run the Python program in that one. It's a platform independent. It means it won't depends upon its operating system. You can create a program or an application in Windows, and you can execute that application in Linux also. So only thing is the window kind of stuff, it is little bit different, but main important is we require a Python. Okay. Python used in a machine learning. Python is in a artificial intelligence. Python used in a data sciences. Okay, so Python having a lot of plugins. The Python actually the name came from the a drama. The stage show is like a Python is the symbol in there. So it's a kind of history is there. So Python name came from that one. When people are developing C++, it means in a very old days itself. Okay, it is done completed. Your terminal type py to launch Python or search Python in start menu. It's okay. Okay. Now the Python is installed successful. But how to know it? Very simple. Just type here Python. Um, Already installed now. It will take time to. No, it is not. Py is in run command. It is showing, but I will show you here. All apps. So where is this? This is Oracle. This is Java. Python belongs to Python company, right? So this is Docker. So we have a Docker here. Why it is not showing here? In start menu it is not showing. Ah, it's really killing.
Sir, I think in command prompt we have to type Python.
Yeah, that is also there. That is also there. This make me crazy more. What is the There is a non-cooperation moment. You guys are cooperating. This is not cooperating. Okay. Go to run cmd. So one way there are several ways to open the Python thing. Okay. So this is my uh, I open cmd. Here you can type Python, just Python, and it is automatically showing a terminal like this. I can do like this print in a quotations hello, for example. So it is printing hello. See, you no need of that one in this environment. Just if you put a hello also, oh, it is in this one in this environment not working. Okay, this is hello. I can define a variables very simple. Like you don't need to say it is an integer also. It understand it is an integer. It understand it is a integer. Okay. So what kind of thing also? For example, you want to specify a string. It's a string. Okay, like you can able to specify string also. You need to type varchar, char, int, float, double, like that. You don't need to do anything. So I will go to type a. It's like it is telling it is integer. It is already accepting. That is the good thing in about Python. Okay. So exit is like this one. Exit. Sorry. You can use Control Z to exit or exit bracket like will exit. Second, if you create a Python program, like you write something in a Python, then you can directly run in a things. Like I'm going to try. Um, why so somewhere you can I creating a text file here, but I remove everything. I put a something like demo. Okay, so demo.py. So that's simple. Okay, so I change the name to py. Right click, uh, open with Notepad. More apps. So open with Notepad. Okay. Now I'm typing some commands, Python commands like print um, in quotations. I put a hello Python. Okay. Uh, A is equal to 10. B is equal to 20. Okay. So print in quotations A plus B, A B comma A comma B, and print A plus B comma A plus B. Something you can give. Now just as I'm saving this one and I'm exit. Now I'm going to CMD file, just a CMD. I'm running this file. So very simple, like you can use Py or a Python, anything, and a demo.py. So it is, see, first it is running hello Python, and a b value 10 and 20. A plus b is 30. This is very simple. Like I put a lines, 3 lines, and I done. So in Java, I done a compilation and then I run the program. Here it is, it will compile automatically and it will run the program. It interprets directly. Okay, but it use certain principles like Java principles only, but it's avoid a few extra things in this one. Auto garbage collections and everything is there if you are using a object oriented. So Python we can use in a easiest programming language also. Okay, so like this, like you can go to the CMD and you can type Python, then you can get a URL. And one more is there in here, is called IDLE. IDLE. So you can see IDLE Python. Okay, so just open the IDLE and type what are the program you wanted, like what are the commands, just like how you practice the Linux kind of stuff. Same thing is like you can practice the commands and also you can write a scripts. Actually Linux is a operating system and we are typing a shell commands, but this is not a operating system, right? It is a programming. You have to type program related commands only. We can increase the window also. Okay, now Alan, you can use a window size like control plus or control shift plus. It's not working here. So if you go to the help, then you will find um, like IDE help. This is IDE help. So Python help is also there. So help Python docs like a F1. then you can start learning. Like this is a, it's just like a book only. Each and every command explanation. So you can go to the Python tutorials, go to the tutorials and expand this plus mark. You'll find it. What is the modules, data structures, classes, input, output, um, like that. So everything we can able to learn from here. Okay. So how to do all the commands. So here I will show you basic thing like a print. Okay. Like this, like we can give a strings and you can give variables like this. Okay, you can add like this. It will shows. So minus plus automatically. Okay, a divided by b divided by a. Okay. Mhm. A multiplication b. Okay, that is again plus something it is happen. A percentage b. Okay, like this we can give the list string where so many things we can able to do in this ideally. But when you type programming things like a if loop, for loop, or mentioning classes and all, it is little bit need to understand how to write that one. But we don't require any id we don't require any IDEs like a Pycharm or any thing not required. But still, um, that is easy to do it. So a lot of libraries are there supporting connecting are there. For example, you don't want Pychar and you want only NetBeans, so we can add a Python plugins to it also. We can add a plugins to Python. You want to implement in a notepad plus plus, simply add a Python plugin to the notepad plus plus. So then also we can do that one. Okay, but here in this one, so what is the difficulty is I can't use up and down arrow for writing a previous commands. For example, I want to do a plus b, which is mentioned here. I can't do that one. For example, I want to do this one. I can't do that one. So I have to type it again. I can't go up and down. So once I reach down the window, so like this. Okay. For example, if you see, I cross the part, right? So if I want to go up, like this only I can go up. But I can't see what are the previous commands by up arrow, down arrow thing. So exit from it. Okay. So different ways to use the Python thing is there. Okay. So I told you that I will show you how to install a PyCharm also. How to practice Python and how to learn the Python. There is a several websites are available to learn the Python thing, including Python website will teach you how to learn the Python thing. So tutorial points, Python 3. You have to specify Python 3, Python 2 or Python 3. So I have to check the Python 3, and these are all you can go to one by one options. You can learn it. For starters, uh, to avoid small confusion, and it is to make very simple to learn. This a W3 schools also there, so you can learn the Python thing. So these are all very simple commands and easy to explanation. If you don't have Python to install and all, no problem. You can still you have a practice things are there. Like try it yourself, and you can try and understand how we can able to do it. Java T Point is a very big website, just like a tutorial points. Java T is also very good one, and it will give you a lot of notes. Then you can learn what are you required. Also, you can do it. So sorry, what I'm doing controller. Why I'm typing? I know this one, right? Always Windows F. Yeah, Control F is working now. So okay, for example, I want to learn Python. So there are a lot of things are given. So directly it is given Python part here. You can learn Python, Java, C, C++, so many things here. And it is also giving you very good notes. Okay, so something is. So he is a person who is behind this Gideon Ram Van Rossum. Okay. Now Python having a it is very old one, but it is adding with so many things with a lot of plugins and all. So Python become more popular and it is using in widely in different places. Provide basic and advanced concept of Python. Okay, simple general purpose high level object oriented programming interprets the scripting language also. So the Van Rossum is also is a founder of Python programming. Okay, so there is several things you can do it. Okay. Python version 2 and why we should learn the Python, easy to learn, expressive language, interpretive language, object oriented, open source language, so you don't have to pay for anything. Where we use data science, data mining, desktop applications, clone based applications, mobile applications, software development, artificial intelligence, web applications, Django framework we are using. Okay, and also Ansible, Chef, Puppet kind of things also support Python. Okay, so 3D CAD applications, machine learning. Okay, computer vision or image processing application, speak recognitions. Okay, like so here is directly given a comparison. Luckily is given. So this is a way writing a hello world in a Java. Okay, so this is how we can write in a Python. So obviously lot of lines will be things. So popular frameworks and libraries supported for a Python is like a web development. You want to do a web development, Django, Flask, Pyramid, Cherry Py. If you want to write GUI based applications, TK, PyGTK, PyQt, PyJC, like that. Machine learning like TensorFlow, PyTorch, something is given scikit-learn, Matplotlib, whereas Pyc and all. So mathematics related like NumPy, Panda, etc. For example, NumPy is used in a machine learning basics thing. Okay, so if you want to download like Pycharm, if you want to do Python, if you want to do anything related to NumPy, like matrix you want to create it, or you want to do some analysis related to matrix. So this is what is NumPy. It's a library used for work with the arrays. Like you want to create a multiple arrays and all, then you can. So first of all, you can install it like this. You have to install a NumPy, import the library, and start creating a libraries. Okay. So data typing, like when people are using. So just for example, I will show you that NumPy kind of stuff. Okay, leave it. PIP, main important why I'm going to this part. Okay, PIP. What is this PIP? What is PIP? So installer, Python installer. So there is a several libraries we can able to install in the Pythons using like PIP. Not only that one, like if I want a Panda or maybe a Panda tutorial, that is. So if I want to go to this one, so Matplot library, if I want it, then what to do? I have to install MATLAB Matplotlib. How to install? Using pip command. Understand that one? So pip is an installer package manager. Like we use a yum in a Linux. Same thing like in a Python, it is a pip. So their libraries it will be installed and import those libraries and do work with that one. Okay. Yeah, one more is left over for, to show you this. So latest version of Pychar, yeah, here it is. Is this one really? Yeah, here it is. This one. This is another old version. This is a 2023.4. So I downloaded 17. This is the latest version. I'm copying into my virtual machine. It's not copying. So I will copy here. So just I copied. Copying pasting is quite easy. Okay. So once you have an environment, just you can practice anytime. If possible, I will show you max to max commands tomorrow. But we don't know timing. So once we got the knowing a timing, then we will decide based on that one. If in case Mithun sir want to take full day, okay. So people who are Mithun sir or another madam is also there. If they don't want to take full days, then leave about it. So no problem. Practice all world things and study world things only. It's already 1:36, guys. So 3 o'clock you have a class, right? So just it will take 5-10 minutes only. Yes. Where is our magnifier? I close the magnifier. Here also, it's not a big deal to install. It is a next text only. But just few environment setups we require. Okay, already I installed a Python, so then I'm installing Pycharm here. So can you see this is a desktop shortcut we required? We add a open folder as a project one. Adding a path is also important, and file create associate is .py. So check all the things. Okay, so if you are adding a path, restart is required. So no problem. Check all the things. Next. So where your start menu is showing like a JetBrains. Okay, this is extracting everything, and it required Java. Already Java is already installed, so no problem. Because the actually the entire application created using JSON kind of stuff. Jar files also there inside. So Java is required. If without a Java, we can't install. First one. Second, after installation of Python only, we should install this one because this is IDE. It won't give you any programming. Just like we install NetBeans or Eclipse. So before installing, we have to install a Java. Okay, because that environment, like before installing Pycharm, you have to install compulsory Python. Okay, so if you don't install it, you install by accidentally Pycharm first, but you didn't install a Python. Then you have to install a Python first again. Just install a Python, add a environment libraries, open a Pycharm. So close the Pycharm and install a Python, and then open the Pycharm. And still Pycharm not recognizing your Python, there is certain options are there. It will tell directly. You have to browse and give the Python link. Okay, so the Python is also we have to verify whether Python is installed or not. Also, it means like environmental variables. I open with CMD, right? So I open with CMD. Okay, already I open with the CMD Python. So usually no problem. Okay, the environmental variables already setted. Otherwise verify. I think you know how to verify environmental variables. These kids are shouting, keep on shouting. They don't have any work. Unknown option. See how it is slow because entire system is. So if you want to help, you can use -h. What it is doing. Controls. It is working on its own. Said help. Control C. Yeah, so don't touch this. No, well, so when I complete this part today, then immediately I will restart my virtual machine first. Installation going on. No, that's maybe it is slower. Advanced system settings. You have to put questions. Lot of years like we created a environmental variables in Windows. Then how about in Linux? Those things. Docker toolbox. Pycharm. Where is the Python thing? Okay, maybe try to be here. Apache Maven. No, it is not here. Python underscore home something will be created, right? So we should see that one. This is working. Okay, Marvin. Yeah, here it is created. User variables it is created. This is a Python location. These two are should be added. Okay. Location of Python 3.9, that is one, and scripts. Two things should be added here. It is already added, so I'm not doing anything. But that should be added in system variables. Then system understand. This is for users purpose only. It is added, not entire system. Okay. If we got any issues, then we'll see later. It is still installing. So Python learning is quite easy. So if you want to learn yourself anytime, uh, any doubts, lot of YouTube videos also available. So start with W3 schools is quite easy. First for first startup learners, and you need an explanation. If you need an explanation for certain things like what is class, objects, functions, how to define a function, what is polymorphism. Um, okay. So Java usually having a object oriented language. Four type of things are there. Um Correct me if I am wrong. Okay, so I'm just trying to tell. What are the four things in a object oriented language programming? Encapsulation, polymorphism. Um, yeah, that's the parent and child. That is that one.
Abstraction and inheritance.
Inheritance.
Abstraction and inheritance.
Inheritance.
Inheritance, very good. So the four things are important in a object oriented language, but Python won't support everything. Python support inheritance, polymorphism, mainly support both the things, like we can see those things. Okay. Next one, the abstraction and what is that one again? I forget.
Encapsulation.
Encapsulation. Okay. So that is again we have it won't support directly, but we have to modify a few things to do it. But Python is a more than that one. So it's keep on creating like scripting wise. So it's more highlighted in a script wise than a programming wise. Okay, so to run a script. So we can do programming and as well as just a script also. Okay, it is asking to reboot my system. I'll reboot it later anyway. Okay, just finish it. Okay, so guys, people who are not belongs to CS and IT or people who are belongs to CS and IT also. If you got any doubts, like not a doubt, if you don't know what is object oriented programming language and what is class, what is object, what is function, what is a method, what is this polymorphism or encapsulations, okay, abstraction and inheritance, what is this kind of stuff, just sit with any CSE guys and are they will explain it, what is garbage collections, okay, what is a procedural language and what is the difference between procedural language and object oriented language, like that. So this is my Pycharm. So I open and I will show you the environment. The first time you open, you will get a little bit doubts, like what option we have to make it or any issues. Okay. So what you will do today evening, just after completion of your class and practice, try to install Python and Pycharm. Okay, Docker I will make a video and I will show you. I have a old videos also there. I have opened already, so then it is not open. Maybe it is taking time. I have to uninstall the Docker and I have to install the Docker again. What happened this? Running or not running? I opened almost 3 times. You can install Python in your physical machine if you want, or if you need something like you can install in your physical machine is also there. Okay, so in myself I have a Pycharm. It's a little bit older version. Is there in my physical machine. So Pycharm opening it will take time, and I'm also having a Python in my PC. So it's a 3.7, 32-bit, and also 3.8, 64-bit. Both are there, I think so. So I installed. So better uninstall the old version, install the new version. So then no confusion. You have only one version only. If you have a old version like any 3.7 or 3.6, 3.8, no problem. You can use it. Okay. Otherwise, install a new one. So anything. So what happened to this? So entire my PC got freeze. Huh. Okay, what's the time? Oh, just keep on running. Guys, are you completed all SQL practicals like that? Filtering one group by where clauses. Um, Last time they asked few questions in SQL also. It is there in your WhatsApp group. see all the commands what they are asking about SQL. So Madhusar is also very good. Whatever he told, everything comes in interviews. So today what we discuss now, just Python installation of Python also we discussed, right? So okay, install Python first. Download Python, then install Python. So you know where to download, like a python.org dot slash download is there. So there we can able to download and install the Python. Okay. Next, download Pycharm. Okay. Then install Pycharm. You know how to do it. So okay. Then the question. So what is Python? Python is a programming language, procedural and object-oriented programming language. Okay. Next, use of Python. Okay. What is the use of Python? So where we are using the Python, where we use the Python. Okay. So that is it. And how to learn Python. How to learn Python is also important by checking with the Python help also there. Tutorial points, W3 schools, Java T point, YouTube videos. You can learn Python. Just by practice, you will learn very easily. So for YouTube videos, I will show you first. Okay. Python, we can run a Python program in Java also. So we can integrate with other languages. That is the beauty of Python. Okay. Naveen Reddy. Okay. So actually, their channel is Tel Telesco. Telesco. That's it. Okay. So yeah, here it is. Telesco and Python. This is their channel. Okay. So yeah, this is the guy. Okay. So this is the guy. Um, why I prefer. So don't go through the 6 hours or 7 hours classes. Go to 4 minutes, 12 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 11 minutes, 11 minutes. Why I'm telling go through him, because of, so there is a full size courses are there. Most of the people, like you can go to Edureka, Intellipath or Simply Learn. So they'll give you 7 hours. So who will remember entire 7 hours? You can't remember last 1 hour class also. How can you remember 7 hours class? It's very difficult, right? So what I'm saying it is, so if you have a doubt, like you have a doubt in while loop, so it is only while loop part only. So you don't need to uh, uh, learn 1 hour class for just for while loop, right? So you want to do something with while loop, so just go through the while loop part. So everything is part only. So oops in Python, so very simple. See, is giving 1 hour. It's a complete oops part, I think. Lambda. So getting started Python, class and objects. So people who are new to that one, so easy first, faster you can able to complete and easily. So if you go to these kind of people, and this guy is also very beautiful, but problem is talking is more, and giving information is a sample information only. So I don't prefer. See here you can see great learnings, one shot 5 hours. Okay. So that is I'm not prefer that kind of stuff. See, this is a bitwise operator, only 12 minutes. So that's Python installation also is giving. So if you want to learn, if in case if you are we are unable to uh, if you won't get a time to discuss that one. Yeah, bad thing, it is stopped. So something is happened to my PC, guys.